It is 5:45. Welcome back, everyone. We are officially headed north to deer camp. Looks like a farmer's burning a cattail slough out there. Hunter and I are headed north. We're gonna stay in a hotel tonight and we're gonna hit the land early in the morning for the 2019 Minnesota deer opener. And the tradition begins. Hunter's down eating breakfast at the hotel lobby. I decided to come back to the room and start getting dressed. I don't know what I should wear for boots today. It's about 20 degrees out, but there's some snow. I know I'm gonna be hot right away, but sitting in the stand for a few hours, you get pretty cold pretty fast. So, gosh, I need to get too hot, but there's some other guys down at the hotel lobby getting breakfast. Had some biscuits and gravy, and of course I made a big plate of gravy. I set it on the edge of the counter, and I reached for some napkins, and the whole plate fell off the counter upside down on the floor. Gravy everywhere. So I spent 10 minutes cleaning that up. Well, I just heard a shot. Sounded like it came from that way over there. I think it was Hunter. It was only one shot, so that's good. One shot is either a clear miss and the deer runs in the woods, or it's a hit and the deer is down. I'll wait for a text. But I'm pretty sure that was him. There's a doe sneaking through there. Two of them. You can see my deer feeder down there. I just put a little block of suet off the big block for the birds. The blue jays found it already. That eagle just came off the picnic table. I bet he ate that whole block of suet I just put out. Hunter just texted me he's coming back. He's gonna come back and warm up. I've heard 3 shots back that way. That's gotta be real close to somebody hunting on our property. I think after lunch I'm going to take a walk back there and see if there's cars parked back there. Maybe I can push something out to Hunter too. It's been pretty quiet here. I saw a red fox, the ravens and blue jays, but no deer. My buddy Matt from work just texted me. He just shot one about half hour ago. Back home. Deer feeder down there. I just put a little block of suet off the big block for the birds. The blue jays found it already. As you can see, I don't have any corn or anything in there because in Minnesota you're not allowed to hunt over bait. So I couldn't put any food out for the deer this week. But the blue jays sure like the suet. We should go down and look at the picnic table and see if there's eagle tracks on it. Good morning, everybody. It is day 2. And it is cold and it is windy. It's about 7:30 in the morning. I haven't heard one shot this morning. Anywhere. I'm guessing everything is hunkered down. Well, Hunter's gonna come back in here and then he's gonna head out to the stand and I'm gonna go walk for a little bit and see if I can't jump something up. He has not seen any deer yet this morning at all, and I think I've only heard one shot all morning. So they're obviously hunkered down in the cold and the wind, and I'm going to see if I can push something out over to his stand. So the shed's working out okay as a little base camp with the heater, and got a light bulb strung up, wired in. Just running that off the battery, 12 volt. All right, well, we're gonna get suited up and head on out. What's the chances this is frozen? Hard enough to walk on. Pretty good, apparently. So I'm just going to do a little walk and stalk and see if I can't push something up from somewhere. And it'll kind of give me an idea of where stuff's moving to. There's a nice scrape right there. Or a rub, I should say. I saw a scrape earlier, but there's a couple more rubs. Hope this guy didn't get shot yesterday. There's one decent buck that's living on my property somewhere, or frequents it. And I'd like to keep him around just for genetics, if nothing else. The real feel is -2 Fahrenheit, -2 Fahrenheit right now. But it does feel a little better down below in the woods here. Up on top in the openings where the wind was, it was really cold. Helps that I'm moving around a little bit too. On a side note, this big old boy right here, I don't know if he was a result of a lightning strike or if a fire went through here at one time. But the point I'm going to make is, you know, I use that method of preserving wood by burning it, that Japanese method. And I don't know how long this log has been here, but right next to it obviously is this birch tree. And this birch tree is probably, easily 60 to 80 years old, I would guess. And there's not any remnants of this big log anywhere else on the forest floor. So that means that the log fell down completely composted back into the forest. But the only part that remains is the part that's charred. Interesting. I don't know what that was. Pine? Probably white pine, maybe. Well, this is how pathetic I am.
I've kind of had my fill of hunting for the day. Nothing's really moving. I didn't see any fresh sign when I went out and walked quite a ways. So Hunter and I just got back from lunch, and we are going to, or I am going to work on the cabin a little bit, and he is going out and doing a little stalking. So we'll see what he can find, but we'll probably be up here next weekend hunting. And you wouldn't know it the way I'm dressed right now, but it's actually really cold today. It's about 15 degrees with a real feel of about -2 Fahrenheit. So it's actually pretty cool out. We got really cold in the stand, and that's why we kind of lost interest, or at least I did. So I'm going to wire up the shack, or the shed, so that I can run a generator and power the outlets inside the shed. So if we come up next weekend, I can have a radiant heater in there at night and use the generator for that. Okay, sorry I didn't show you the outside or more, but the cold weather really sapped my batteries on the camera quick. In fact, I'm down to like 3%, so I got to talk fast. So what I did with this outlet was, this outlet is connected to the outlet outside of the shed. So my plan is to plug, and so on the outside of the outlet, I wired in a male connector. So the box outside has a male connector. And in this box, the male connector comes in to give power to this circuit, and then also this circuit comes up to give power to those two outlets. Now the plan is I will plug a generator in outside, run an extension cord to the male plug in the box. That will energize this circuit. Or if I had a battery down here with an inverter, I could also plug a pigtail into here and power the circuit with a battery and an inverter if I didn't want to use the generator. So I can either put power in and energize through here or through the outside box. That's the plan. Hopefully I won't burn down the shack the first time, or the shed the first time I use it. As you can tell, I have to go back and fix all my insulation. I insulated this before I decided to wire it, so I had to go kind of backwards, and now I have to re-staple in all my plastic, or all my insulation, and sheet it still. And of course, the other problem I ran into, I put this board up here on the roof, and as you can see by this line, this is the stud line. Yeah, my stud was off. It wasn't exactly 4 feet, so the board doesn't fit. So now I have two choices. I can either cut the board on each side and get it to fit, even though it won't be square, or I think what I'm going to do is just put in a 2x4 cripple on this side, so I have something secure to screw this 4x8 into. Yeah, nothing ever goes as planned. But it's really warm in here. I could probably, I don't know if the, oh, no wonder it was, oh shoot. It wasn't turned down all the way. So, yeah, it's really warm in here. Definitely is fitting the bill for what I'm wanting it to do. In hindsight, I should have put another window in. As you can see, it's the middle of the day and I have a light bulb in here just so I can see. And the second thing I thought about doing is putting in a second socket, which would be super easy to do. Just run a pigtail off of this to another base. So yeah, that's where I'm at today. So what I hope to get accomplished before we go home today, as long as Hunter doesn't get a deer, is now everything is wired except for my 12 volt system. Everything is wired. I just have to connect my outside line with my inside line and make it one line. Earlier this morning, I got the light switch on the outside put in and the bulb, and it works. So yeah, I'm going to connect these two systems together so they're one lead, and then hopefully I can put a board in here and close that up and maybe fix this, and if I have any other time, maybe put in some sheeting in here. Probably not all going to happen today, but every little bit. Oh, I still got to put the game cams out. I fixed those, put new batteries in all of them, reset all the dates on them. They're ready to go. Whew! And fed the birds. So lots going on for deer hunting. Not even deer hunting. Yeah. Whoops. All right, so there's absolutely zero chance that this is going to come out square. So, oh boy, not even close to square. That might be close. That might be close. The sides are not going to be close. All right, let's go make this cut. Ready? A tish off the top. Ah, we need more than a tish, apparently. I'm gonna have to actually do this. Oh, did you bring a pencil? Alright, that's completely junk. This should be interesting. Is that gonna work? That's not even close to straight. Not even close to straight. All right, let's see. All right, you can press through. As expected, it didn't fit. It's close though. I think we just need to like take another. Yeah, not quite even, but at this point, we're okay. And this needed a little bit more depth. Super professional job going on here. All right, well, I got a wood chisel. Oh, that looks like shit. I don't think well, whatever, let's go. All right, let's go. Moment of truth. Is it going to fit? Oh shit, we tried to drill a hole. No. It's a rough barn, it's too low. Okay, so the outlet is going to be close enough to fitting. I'll just wood chisel this edge out. We got to drill the hole. That's really pretty. Where's the stud? There is no stud because it's a corner. And I never put studs in the corner. That's why. So, that actually will be pretty close with the trim board. So I think we can probably make that work. But I think we're gonna have to, well, number one, we have to drill a hole. Oh shit, I think we can pound that in. Use a little force. Maybe. I think we can make that work, eh? I think we can make it work, eh? All right, so I need a drill. So it is Sunday night and we are headed home. It is about 5 o'clock and we did not even sit for the final shoot for the evening. It's cold out, it's windy, and we both walked pretty large chunks of land and didn't see even a fresh sign where we were hunting. So the odds of seeing something in our stands was pretty low. So as you saw in the previous video, we were kind of working around the shed a little bit, but Hunter went out and walked it, and he didn't see anything fresh either. So I think between all the shooting we saw this weekend and the major temperature change with the front that came in, I think we're just going to bide our time and let things calm down during the week and maybe give it a shot either next weekend or the weekend after. We have 3 weekends up here, so there's no pressure. Like I said, Hunter did pass on 1 buck, and that's the only buck we saw this weekend, right? We didn't see any other ones, just does and 1 buck. But anyway, it was a fun trip, and you know, deer hunting is not always about making meat. There's a lot of tradition and time to hang out with family as well. So it was a good weekend, and we're headed home, and it'll be nice to take hot showers tonight and sleep in warm beds.